Who remembers what we did last time on D&D?
Bruh.
Didn't we just make a guy disappear?
Get the fuck out of my face with that shit.
Oh yeah, we did. We literally told the guy, "Hey, drink this," and he literally just did the
No!
meme of screaming and disappearing into the void.
Yep, that is exactly
No,
what happened.
I told him that it was a bad idea and he shouldn't do it, and he did it. And so
Yeah,
he was
reverse
the
psychology.
official first winner of the Darwin Award.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, he disappeared, but you don't know what happened to him, really.
Well, he's going to spend several years in the past, and if he survives it, then he might pop back into our timeline.
Right. Yeah. So, pretty much that was the last that took place.
But I believe we were
And
going
then,
to the king to get like a main quest before we pick up any more side quests.
I think you guys said something about wanting to get pets.
We did.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the dire hamsters and stuff.
Yes.
No.
Not
dire
what
guinea
the
pig.
fuck? Yay!
I forgot about that.
A
Yeah.
dire guinea pig.
I bought a giant spliff for for Jape. But
Yep.
that's about all I really remember. Skriz snubbed me. He started buying healing potions like a little bitch.
Just preparing
Yeah, look,
ahead of time.
sometimes you gotta have fail safes in place.
Absolutely not. I
Yeah.
am the only fucking healer you ever need, bitch.
Absolutely not.
Run out of spell slots.
So, that's where we're at. You guys are going to gain some pets, if I recall correctly. Let's see, who all wanted what? I believe
forgot
Jay
what I
wanted
wanted.
some dire. You wanted a dire guinea pig. Would you like 2
Indeed.
dire guinea pigs?
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
You do not want two. It instantly
No,
turns
but you-
into 100 of them, and then you end up setting them
No.
out into the wild, and they ruin the whole fucking landscape. It's a whole thing.
But that's more guinea pigs, though. It sort of kind of balances it out.
And that's also less things we have to kill.
Yes.
And you want, well, you can't just use them for battle immediately. I mean, that's not exactly how things
Oh
work.
God, no! I'm not fighting with them. What are you guys talking about? I don't want to hurt them. I just want to hang
That's
out
what
with them.
Caleb's talking about.
This isn't
Oh.
Pokemon.
I'm just saying,
No.
let them overpopulate and eat
No.
everything.
I just want
Yeah,
a
I mean-
friend pig.
This is how Florida became Florida.
Yeah,
That's all I
literally.
wanna say.
So, all right, you guys, all of you who want pets, hang on. I need to scream at my children. Hey, if we could go ahead and cut that shit out, it'd be fantastic.
Laughing at that. I'm sorry.
Can you fucking stop, mate?
If I had I want to get one of those little guns that you're supposed to shoot flies with that has salt.
Yeah.
So you guys are guided to this area of the city. It's a little bit closer to the main strip where you can see all the way down to where the castle is, the main keep. Hey, for the love of God, if you guys don't stop, I'm turning the TV off and I'm tasing both of you.
Hashtag American
24,000 volts.
discipline.
Hashtag tase your children.
The fact that they went silent. Have you tased them before, G?
No, they literally are. They didn't even realize I said
Only
that. They're not
once.
paying attention to anything I'm doing. I could be
Alright.
lit on fire right now, and they would be busy doing their own shit.
Time to break out the zapper. Bzz.
Right. So you guys walk a bit, and then you find this very, very tall red building that almost looks oriental in nature. It has curving roof structures with ceramic tiles.
Y'all are about to get gremlins.
They call that crab.
And it says on the front of it, it says Minerva's Menagerie.
Ooh.
And as you walk inside, you find that there is room filled with. Get her to stop then. It's filled with cages and crates and aquariums But the one thing that you notice outside of the woman who's behind the counter is that all of the cages are empty.
What is this
All
haberdashery?
the aquariums as well.
Yeah, the aquariums are empty. Everything is empty in here. You can't see any animals at all throughout the entire room.
Are you sure her shop isn't called Buy You a Bird?
Well, guys, there's nothing here. Are there any
That's
other
a
pet
deep
stores in?
That place like almost never had any birds. It was just cages. Just
Yeah.
tons and tons of cages.
Yeah. I actually talked to a guy who breeds birds, and he was talking about that essentially what keeps her afloat is she was basically bird sitting for the shit while people went on vacation.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do that.
Wow.
So what the lady behind the counter says, "Oh, hello, what can I help you with?"
What do you
Hello.
have in stock?
We're looking for pets, and there seems to be no pets here. Oh, sorry, if you're Minerva, what's up, Mama? How you doing? But yeah, no pets. What's with that? Are they magical pets, perhaps, that you're about to summon in a flourish of magic?
She smiles and says, "Well, it's not
Hey,
always about what you can see. It's sometimes about what you can't see. Tell me, what is it that you're looking for?"
Giant,
Not a
friendly
fucking
guinea pigs. Magical, perhaps, if possible, but they don't have to be.
She turns around and she kind of looks through this large book that she has, and she says, "You said large guinea pigs? Are you
Indeed.
sure you're not interested in a capybara?"
Hell no. Respectfully.
Ah,
Otherwise
I would like
known
some
as
large
a
guinea
guinea
pigs.
pig.
Oh,
they are guinea pigs.
piggy pigs.
Guinea pigs.
She kind of laughs a little bit and goes, all right, I understand. Everyone has what they enjoy.
Yay.
Tell me, are you sure that you're capable of taking care of such an animal?"
Not at all, but I'm so willing to try.
Hmm. She says, "Do me a favor, turn around, and the crate that's right behind you, right in the corner over there, go and open the door for me."
Okay. Alright, I'm opening the door.
Roll me an Arcana.
Ah, la, la,
A
la.
werewolf flies out of your ass.
10.
As you open the door, a relatively large for what it is sized guinea pig comes out. It's not a dire guinea pig, but it is a pretty large guinea pig, maybe the size of like a
meaty.
corgi.
Oh, yes, that's lovely.
And
Wow.
it is. Let's see. Let me try to randomize what this bitch is gonna look like.
Okay.
It. Oh my god.
Corgi.
Anybody want some children because they're about to be
Yeah,
donated?
you can have mine as well.
The one that walks out is black and white,
Ah,
like a big white round spot, and like half his face is white, and just kind of wiggles itself out and is munching on some hay.
lovely. Yes, corgi sized. Oh my god.
And as
Ah.
you pick it up, you the door to the crate shuts back.
Ah,
And she says, now that you've used that, I must say there is payment for what I ask."
oh, of course.
She looks down and says, "Well, there's two options. You can pay in gold,
Oh,
or
or
you can pay in an item that means a lot to you, something that's important and that you don't want to part with quite as much as the other things that you own."
I pull a knife out and I'm like, I'm already on it. Hold him down. I'll get his dick.
No, no!
I'm a bud. How shall I function?
I'm useless now.
He says for gold it will be 50 gold. And she kind of raises her eyebrows as though she's like, yeah.
yeah. What do you think about that bitch?
Rookie.
So what do you want to do? You want to pay for it, or you want to hand off an important item?
Just trying to think. I could easily pay for it, but I'm wondering what sort of like items that Minerva would perhaps need or want that I have. I have this like immaculate, potentially magic spliff that was rolled for me, but
Wait,
I
you
don't
got
want to
those
part with that.
Fucking berries.
We do, but every time we give people berries or potions, it fucks a lot of shit up. So, do we give her the berries, guys? Do we give her some berries?
I mean, the berries truly aren't that dangerous. It's
They're really not. It's a commonly known item. It's not like it's.
the potion.
She's asking for something that's like personal.
Yeah, something personal to you that like you would rather not give away. So like
Yeah,
Your-
give her one of your
your
hemorrhoids.
super your super special spliff.
I am gonna have to give away my mega spliff, aren't I? God damn it, man. I was gonna smoke that at a really opportune time and have some smoking related pun. It wasn't gonna be funny, but I was looking forward to it. I pull out my magic ultra spliff and say, I got that chronic, baby. It might not be what you're into, but you can smoke this and see some true magic. None of this invisible giant guinea pig stuff. There's some true magic right here.
She looks at it and says, that's not the kind of item that I mean by.
More for me then. That's fine.
Special.
I will give you 50 gold.
She takes it and says, all right. Anybody else looking for an animal?
I am.
Okay. What exactly are you looking for?
I want a bear that I can ride into battle.
Oh,
She just kind of looks at you like
Wait,
you clearly don't know what the
what,
fuck you're
what do
talking
you plan
about.
on? What do you plan on naming the bear before we do anything?
oh, really quickly, if it matters at all, my guinea pig's name is Gordon.
Oh,
Paul.
that's cute. Paul the bear.
Paul and Gordon.
Yay!
Why didn't you just name the
She-
bear
she-
Ramsey?
She kind of explains to you that you can't just have a bear and ride a bear. You can have a bear for a pet, but it may easily kill you. And it's not exactly the kind of thing like a guinea pig per se. But if that's really what you're after, then and you're willing.
We lost
Where'd he
you.
go?
You going, man?
Where did
You
you come
going?
from? Where did you go? Where did you come from?
So you still want to try your hand at gaining a bear?
I do.
All right.
I do.
There's a crate on the other side, and this crate looks as though it's almost part of the wall. It's massive. And she says, grab the handle and open. You roll me an Arcana.
An Arcana. Got a plus 12 on that. I'm playing.
Woo!
11.
How do you have a plus
He
12
was joking.
and you rolled
He
an
said,
11?
"I'm just kidding."
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I was like, what?
Brain broke.
So you open this massive door. You kind of, it even takes a little strength to open it. It's so big, and you're opening it up and the door to find. Well,
Scrappy
you can
dude.
stop watching TV.
Hello?
What are your options? You open the door and find a very small bear, right around the size.
You breaking up again.
You find a bear that's roughly the size of a large dog.
Which is exactly the size of a small bear.
Does it look like a cub, or is it like?
No, it is a fully grown bear
What?
that is the size
Yikes!
of a large dog.
No, bro. You can
Can't
have
turn
this.
this
I don't.
down.
I wanted a bigger
Got one of
bear.
those red pandas, man.
She
Cigarette
looks
stuck
at
in
you and
his throat.
shrugs and says, "Well, it's not really my choice what you get. You are the one who really chooses."
Call bullshit on that.
Yeah, I call bullshit. I wanted like a dire bear or war bear. What the fuck is this
Can-
little shit?
No, this bear will be fast
I
and
tell her,
dog
why didn't
sized.
she just
And how am I
fill her
going to
shop
ride
up
this
with
in the
these
battle?
animals
I would
herself?
squish this thing.
She says, "My ways are my own. I don't explain my magic to strangers. I'm sorry."
I'll give you 2 gold to re-roll
You're
that.
full of shit.
Uh, you can insight check her if you want to. Um,
And
I don't need to.
what about
she says
investigation check?
investigation into what? You can keep
Her-
trying to open those
her
doors, but
skills.
it's 50 gold every time you open it. Or a very personal special item.
Who's
And
got another
special to your
potion?
character. Huh?
Look, I tell her I want a pet mammoth, and I'm not going to give her any money, but I've got a Cheeto that looks exactly like Jesus's left bicep, and I think it's worth a lot.
She just kind of waves you off like, shut the fuck up.
You just
I
say
mean, she
real.
literally, I mean, if you want to know, it's very important that she was willing to trade for very personal items. It doesn't mean that the item itself has any value to anybody other than her.
I'll give her a ration.
A what?
A ration.
She looks at
Oh,
you
I've
like
got
you're.
I know
600 gold. Never mind.
you
I've got
said,
600
but
gold. We
I
good.
heard
We good,
rash.
boo. We good, boo.
I
I'll
heard
go
that
ahead and open another
you would give
boo.
her a rash.
Okay, you got to give her the 50 gold for the first bear first.
No, give her the rash.
I'll give her 100 so she can just hurry up and open the second one.
All right, she takes it and just waves her hand and says, "Go ahead." And the door shut itself after you opened it that first time anyway. So
How big is this damn door now? Is it the same door?
it's the same door. It's just like 12 feet
Yeah.
tall. It's this fucking massive ass door.
Okay. Boys, let's hope for a big one.
All right, roll me an Arcana.
Show me potato.
Oh! What the hell?
Please tell me you rolled low.
A 10.
Hey, you remember that
A
bear
smaller.
from before?
Twins.
He's 20% smaller.
The bear that you had before disappears, and the same bear walks out of the same exit.
Great.
All right, I've got 500 gold left. Let's go again.
If you want to, you can, man.
Fucking
Give her something that means a lot. She's clearly fucking us. We need to play her game.
Do you,
Tell
do
me,
you want
if this
Caleb,
next-
do you want to go again?
Hold up. I have a +5 in intimidation. I'm kind of thinking about intimidating her into saying if she fucks me again, I'm gonna fuck her up.
She just
I
said
need to
you
buy
gotta
hay
be
for
You
told.
telling me you think this bitch with a magical box that can just produce shit, she's not gonna just like send her little mini bears on you?
You're welcome to try, man.
They're all
Do-
closed and locked.
Let me buy hay for Gordon first, otherwise she might be mad at us.
She gives you
I
plenty
want
of
to
hay.
investigate
Oh,
her.
lovely. Oh, lovely, lovely.
I want to investigate if she is pulling a prank.
Thank you, Minerva.
That would be an insight check.
Do it.
Nat 20, baby.
No, she is not.
Wow.
She is not pulling a prank at all. This is literally just how this shop functions.
It is
So if I ask
literally
for a
your
specific
terrible luck that is causing all of
Basically, yeah,
this.
yeah. Your luck is what's fucking you, not the shop.
She should have
itself.
named her shop whatever the fuck you want.
All right, I got 450 gold now.
All right,
Let's see what I get.
roll it up.
Oh yeah, 19, baby. Let's see what it is.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So, the door's shut like it had before, and now that you're opening it, things are quite a bit different. You notice that there is a hulking, massive fucking bear walking out now. But this bear isn't what you kind of expected. It almost doesn't even look just like a bear. It's got these bony protrusions coming out of its back and shoulders. It's
One of them Dragon Age bears.
it is a very funky ass looking grizzly bear that is just ready to just looks ready to fucking kill somebody.
Little do you know,
Roll
you don't have
me-
enough badges for him.
Roll me animal handling.
Wow.
Oh, that was so fucking loud. What the
Yeah,
fuck was
let's
that?
please not do that while we're playing.
Roll me animal handling.
Can we just like count that one out?
No,
Can you count what out?
Can we not count that one?
no, you rolled.
Why is your animal handling really bad?
What was it, Caleb?
What the
What was
fuck
your
is my
roll?
rolls? Why are my rolls ass today? They're usually good. What the fuck? It's 5.
Oh my
God. You don't have enough badges.
You rolled a 1 plus 4. Jesus Christ!
This bear's about to fuck me in the ass. Is what's about to
So
fuck
the bear,
Man,
the bear kind of
all
just
of my
like
rolls are bad, so just like
the bear sort of like kind of slinks its way out, and it sees you in its way, and it's not necessarily like trying to hurt you, but you're kind of like it's trying to walk out of this box, and you're in its way, and so it just like slaps the absolute fuck out of you.
I want to intimidate into fucking being the fucking dominant because I have a really good intimidation.
No, you don't.
What the hell?
Told you.
You
Okay.
definitely got pimp slapped by your
Yeah. What did you get?
I don't want to say.
Yeah.
13.
you are rolling the die, right?
It's not hurting anybody. It's just
I ain't hurting
it's
nobody.
also not it's not intimidated by you. It thinks you're kind of stupid, honestly. And it just sort of walks over to the corner and just starts scratching itself. It's not intimidated, but it's also just kind of not affected at all.
Who's got the goddamn Pokeball? He's going back.
Alright. What now? Anybody else?
I was gonna
Fuck no.
ask, is there a way to look for specific pets?
If there is a specific pet that you want, just ask Minerva. Ask her. Talk to her about it. She's a lot more open to talking than she is to being intimidated. We'll just say that.
I'm looking for one of two. Probably the first one, not maybe the second one. So, do you have a maybe tiny gelatinous cube?
She looks at you kind of like, not as though. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. She looks at you with kind of like a smile and an appreciation for what you're asking for. And she says, well, I have had gelatinous cubes before. What size are you looking for?
One that I can easily keep on my person without it hurting me. So
yes.
I need something like a small bottle to carry it in, because I know they're not smart enough to actually obey any kind of commands, but I think a gelatinous cube would be a useful pet to have.
Yeah. She says that's a reasonable thing to ask for. All of those questions make perfect sense. Tell me, what are you willing to trade for it?
I just traded some of my better items to a store that no longer exists in this time. We'll talk about that later. At this point, I prefer gold to actual merchandise, but
She says, I understand. That's all right. She says, if you're looking for a small one, it's really not as much of a charge. Only 20 gold. And right over here, and she shows you this this small like aquarium. And she says, if you'll go ahead and just reach in and close your hand and then pull your hand out.
All right. I walk over, remove my gloves so I just have bare skin, and I reach my hand in.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, that's bad. Let's go ahead and give it a roll, see what happens. 9.
That is enough for what you're trying to get. You reach down, and sure enough, you pull your hand out, and surprisingly enough, this gelatinous cube does not do anything to your skin. It hasn't gotten big enough. It hasn't gotten big enough to really harm anyone just yet. And as long as it's kept, she tells you, as long as it's kept inside of this very specific container, it won't grow any larger. Just make sure not to feed it any flesh. And she hands you this square glass container that has like a little, it has like a little thing that sits on top of it to keep it almost corked. And that's that.
Nice. All right. Good trade. I'll go ahead and deduct 20 gold and grab my new cube friend.
So, like, is this bear gonna like make me its bitch forever?
No, you just have to keep working with it. Anybody else? All right. So, you exit Minerva's menagerie, and you guys have the whole city, or you could go to the castle to speak with Moira.
I'm down to go speak with Moira if anybody else is.
Yeah.
Down with that, I guess.
Okay. So, with your now newly acquired pets, even the ones that are a little larger than life, you guys head toward the main castle, this towering place that kind of is in the center of the city of Alimoth. Let's see.
Oh, he's not with me.
Let's see. So, as you kind of begin to walk up to the castle, you are met at the gate by two guards, and they say, "State your business."
We're here to speak to Moira.
One of them kind of like
Myra.
giggles a little bit, and he's like, "Are you saying that you're trying to speak with the lady under the stone?"
Yeah, Margaret, whatever her fucking name is. Yeah, just let us in.
They just kind of they sort of like wave their hand like "Go fuck yourself, get out of here," and just kind of stand back
Hey,
and close
bro.
the door. Do you want to say or do anything else?
I want to roll a deception.
Okay.
I want to
Garrett, are
give
you there?
Yes.
I want to give him a bullshit reason so we can go in.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
bullshit away, my friend.
where is it? Fucking. So, thanks. Never mind. I don't have real great anything. Let- Uh, give your
Sir,
do your deception, and I'll be behind you.
I'm not rolling any more today. I rolled a 6, so
Oh.
Shit.
So they just kind of don't believe any of the shit you're saying. They just think you kind of. They just tell you again. Just
like
kind of
I'm
get on with
barking at him.
yourself.
So for their initial reaction, can I do a insight check to find out like why they're like get a rough idea of why they are so dismissive of us originally? Is it because she's too important or
You would
I've
know
big bets.
already. You would already know that she is literally the leader of the entire city, and She's relatively important, to say the least.
Okay.
Why are we coming to see her again?
We're trying to find more
Yeah, you're gonna have
information
to jog my
on.
memory on that.
We're trying to find out essentially why her great grandfather essentially died, or great 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 grandfather. I don't remember how all of it worked out, but like she is basically the descendant of the king Iron something.
Iron Haven.
I'm trying to dig through notes, but my notes are
Oh, it's okay. I don't
Now,
mind
fucking
would you
filling in the
nonsense.
consider
blanks.
would you consider the death of the King of Ironhaven a crime?
No, we're
Wait, are
no
you saying that to them?
Depends on
no
I'm asking
no.
you.
Don't do
the
that.
Yeah.
guy.
No, we're
Josh, don't do that.
no.
Put your fucking there.
Stop it.
We're talking about shit that happened 2,000 years ago, so it's like complete nonsense what we're
It sounds
doing.
like a threat.
So up until now, we have been telling people that we are historians trying to find stuff and that we're trying to find people who are in the know. And so that's the story that we need to stick with. And
Okay.
so I will step forward and be like, good sirs, we are people who have great interest in the
Before you can
lore.
continue, before you can continue, they recognize who you are and immediately bow down to you and apologize for not being more patient. I'm so sorry, serfs. We didn't realize that they were with you. We
That's
a
fucking
thousand
right.
apologies.
That's fucking
A thousand
right.
apologies.
What?
I offer my shoe for him to kiss it.
What just happened?
No,
They recognized Zenthal.
I will I will do everything that I can to restrain my confusion. I'd be like, "No, no, stand up. It's not a problem. We are just
They're
You
like
need to be like, yeah,
overcome.
bitch, kiss that shoe.
They are
They're
over
bowing
I
down
want
right
my
now.
shoe kissed. I was
They're
serious.
they're
they
like
are
bowing down right
overcome.
now.
They are overcome with like they just can't handle the fact it's like they're meeting Jesus in their eyes. They're just freaking the fuck out and they're just trying to keep their shit together.
Very
please
Well,
confused.
My
stand
shoe is
up.
unkissed.
well,
You are
good. Finally, we get some respect around here. Now, if you excuse me, I just kind of walk past him.
please stand up. You are doing a very good job of protecting this kingdom.
Uh they
Please.
they they just thank you and keep bowing to you like you're just like they just won't fucking stop doing it.
If you do not stand up in the next 2 seconds, I will kick you in the dick. Get up now,
I will kick
They
you in
stand
the
they
dick.
kind of like they like quickly stand at attention and they're just like oh, yeah, whatever you say, sir. We're just what can we do for you? What can we do? And they like ignore everybody else. You guys don't even fucking exist to these two
Zenthal.
people.
That's why I walked
Zenthal.
past him. I'm a ghost now.
Zenthal, you know what I want them to do?
I I I'm going to ignore that person right
I will
now.
give you 50 gold.
I I
They
am
lean
not.
forward and say, "Sir, are these people bothering you? We can kill them for you if you ask."
No, these are my friends, but they are sometimes overcome with themselves. But we are on a very important mission right now, and so we would very greatly appreciate your cooperation as we are on a matter of great importance.
Please, what can we do to help you?
You may continue doing exactly what you have been doing. You are doing an amazing job, the best job. No one has ever done a better job than you.
Uh,
So
that's
now they're just
fantastic.
going to let only you in.
Uh,
So, what
and they just say, "Sir, what can we do for you here? We're so appreciative that you've blessed our city with your presence."
I we as a group humbly request a audience with I can't remember the damn woman's name.
Moira.
Moira. Moira.
Thank you,
Uh,
friends.
Like
So
the Queen
that
of the
may
Dwarves
we
from
ask
WoW.
her of times past long ago.
she says, they both just kind of bow to you and they say, the lady under the stone she'll be excited just to have you in her keep. Please go this way. And they begin to walk you toward the main keep.
I will try to pull back and like kind of get uh within earshot of my guys and be like, I have no idea what is going on, but I can only guess that it is Doros's blessing that has allowed us entry so easily.
Look,
Did I actually get to sneak past them, or was I stopped? Because now I'm wondering if I'm lost.
Oh no!
But you snuck past them?
Yeah, I said earlier that while they were bowing, I'm like, well, they're bowing. I said, okay, cool, some respect. I just walked past them.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh,
Uh,
I did hear that, like, but I assumed that like they weren't paying attention to anybody else, and he just like marched forward with his head up high, not
yeah, you could
sneaking
have. They were
necessarily. He was just
they're basically just like enamored, so you wouldn't
yeah,
even have had to roll stealth. I mean, like
yeah.
it
You
was
did.
like
I'm with him.
yeah, it wouldn't have
So
taken
now
them.
they're,
Yeah,
so
it
now
was.
they're leading y'all, and I'm just like in the castle. Where the fuck am I?
Okay. So are you with them or are you
Well, I said I walked past them, so in for a penny, in for a pound.
Oh,
Well,
okay, you can say stealth if you want. I mean, it doesn't matter. So
No,
as you guys enter the main keep, you see Moira on this really elaborate stone uh dais. Um, she's this beacon of strength and wisdom. As a dwarf, she embodies this resilient, determined mentality of her people, and you can tell that she's very good at being the leader of the city. She's just kind of she wears it very well. Even at like 4 feet tall, she's like just kind of makes the whole room sort of look at her for what she is doing.
uh,
Um,
would I know her actual official title?
uh, I mean her official title they've said to you like 5 times. It's Lady Under the Stone.
Oh, I thought that was more of a nickname than anything else. So
No, it's
her
like
her official title is
Is
Lady
that
Under
like
the Stone.
Caesar?
it is kind of like Caesar. It's kind of like a non-binary like king. Like it's just like Lady Under the Stone or Master Under the Stone or any of those
Yeah, yeah,
titles. So hers is just she just chooses to go by Lady Under the Stone.
yeah. All right. I am trying to find where that would even be in my notes, but I do not see it. So I just gotta make some new shit.
So as you guys enter the throne room, you're walking toward Moira, and there are servants that are lining this long red carpet, and they're bowing to you and like just really just throwing it in as much of they as much pomp and circumstance as they possibly can. Um, the walls are adorned with these massive tapestries depicting ancient wars and mythical creatures. And when you finally reach the throne, you find Moira sitting gracefully on it. She's striking and regal, despite her small stature. She's only 4 feet tall, but she embodies strength and resilience, as I said before. Um, her physical appearance reflects a harmonious blend of elegance and ruggedness. She's got that dwarvish thing going on where she's very clearly a fan of working with her hands, but at the same time she's a woman and she carries that with herself. Um she's she's a pretty tough looking character, to be perfectly honest. And as you guys walk up, she stands and she bows to you, Zenthal, and says, "Zenthal of Duros, to grace my halls with your presence is a gift that nothing I could repay would give. What can I do for you here?"
Absolutely not. Stand. This is completely wrong. You should not be bowing before me.
Ah,
And
humble as ever.
I will take a bow to her, be like, myself and my compatriots have come before you humbly asking assistance, for we have engaged in a great adventure that we need your help completing.
Uh, she she kind
And
of
as
just
I'm saying this, I am on one knee with my head bowed.
she kind of walks down to you and tries to kind of guide you to stand up and say, "In this hall, we are in this hall, in any hall that I rule over, you and I are as at least equals, if not you above me. Tell me what is it I can do for you
We
to aid your adventures."
have recently took part in a quest that led us to get transported many years into the past. And we were engaged in things that we did not quite understand. And we come seeking with the best of your knowledge of things that have happened in your family, of your ancestors.
She
We
says, "Well, my library is always open to you if you wish to know anything about my ancestors. But of course, Zenthal of all, you will have known them. You were the one who helped to save my great great grandfather from the destruction that took place whenever he was but a young man."
I'm afraid these things are unavailable to me, as I have no recollection of any of our encounters before this.
He smiles and just says, it is all right, old friend. Age comes for us all."
I'm afraid you do not understand. My memories start in a small grove with these brave souls around me, and we journeyed back in time trying to find the reason for King Whitestone's death.
Hmm.
Before that, I have nothing of our interactions or anything before or after.
She she kind of stops what she's doing and thinks for a moment and says, looking around herself, she looks around herself and says, "Hang on. What do you need to tell them? Can you guys tell them that the TV is too loud and
What
I
an
can't
odd
hear
thing for
anything?"
her to say.
It's too fucking
It's
loud.
Zenthal of Duros is tired of your shit. Uh, what do you need to tell them, baby?
By the mother.
What? You don't have guinea pigs. Your guinea pigs died.
Oh
What
no.
the fuck?
Yeah, they had guinea pigs. They died.
Oh, that's not fun.
Oh,
They're
that's
in guinea pig.
Hell.
They
Morning.
crossed the rainbow bridge. That's what guinea pigs do.
Huh?
And not Norse warriors.
Yeah, they're in the guinea
Yes,
pig.
they are,
afterlife.
cunt!
Guinea pig purgatory.
Yeah, they're
His
the
guinea
purgatory.
pigs
guinea
did
purgatory.
make it into Valhalla. I will tell you this right now. His guinea pigs made it to Valhalla.
So she says, "God bless them, get off me. Go sit down." Climbing on me like I'm a jungle gym. Good lord. She kind of looks over her shoulder at the people in her court, and she looks around the room, and she sees a lot of faces. There are many people in this room, but she says, "I believe this conversation should possibly take place in a more subtle setting." One moment, and she walks behind her to this very very tall dwarf that is, Lord, to this very very tall dwarf, which is kind of, now that you notice it, a bit unusual to see a dwarf that's as tall as, if not taller than, many humans. Um, and she whispers in his ear, and he nods his head, and then he immediately starts to guide out all of the servants. And she says over her shoulder, "Follow me." And she leads you through these hallways into this one room, where she closes this very, very heavy door. The walls are covered in books, and the only exit is the entrance that you came through. She says, "Here is quiet. No one will hear what we have to say in this room. Now, tell me exactly of what has taken place."
So at this point, I will pull everyone in and sort of have them help me explain exactly what the fuck we have been through.
Right.
I feel pretty certain that she is fairly trustable, and so I'll lean into that, and I'll be like, this is where my story began, since she seems to place some absurd trust in me. I will tell her where my story began and allow the other guys to come in, and so that they can have. I'm trying to get them to be sort of. I'm trying to defer to them as much as possible so that she feels like I am giving these people my deference, so that she will in turn sort of give her their deference.
Right. So she listens to your story intently, and whenever you've finished, she nods and says, "So it hasn't happened yet."
That is correct.
Hmm. Grandfather told me about it. He said one day, uh, one of our ancestors, I assumed it would be my daughter, uh, that we would be the ones to help along the ones who saved his father's father, as strange as that may sound. And she kind of looks back at herself and just sort of just sits there in the chair and says, "Well, I suppose now is the best time I can give you. Um, what is it that you wish to know? I will answer as many questions as I can give you before the time runs out."
What is the official reason that King Whitestone was died?
As far as I know, he never did. Um, I've been told there are stories about some giant red creature, some terrible demon of the deep, the antithesis of Duros, come to take over our world, come to take over our land. But in my time, and in all the times that I know of, it never took place. I was only told the story by someone who was told the story. It is the story of a story of a story for me. So what I know is very little. And she just kind of she gives you sort of a play-by-play of what you guys already know. You guys already know about him being supposedly being killed by this red demon. Um, and that's that. And as far as she knows, all of you seem to find a way to work it through. But then she stops whenever she gets to the end of the story and she says, I don't know what I tell you here that changes the decisions that you make, but something does change. Because without you, none of us survive. And I, just as well as the rest of us, don't exist.
Hmm.
So, are you able to give us any type of defining key point of when things might change? Because we know nothing of these events, and as Zenthal said, he didn't experience any of that. Is there any type of definitive timeline that you can give us?
He looks at you like you're a little crazy and says, I don't know what you mean exactly. You want me to tell you how it happens?
Not how it happens, but if your historical records give us any indication of when, we haven't come to that timeline yet. This is like our third different, I don't know, place that we've been that's similar to where we all once were.
I understand this can be quite confusing, but what you have experienced is not what we are experiencing.
Hmm. She says, well, I have told you pretty much what I know, which isn't much, unfortunately, and I'm sorry to say. I do my best to try to not give you what I can, but the truth of the matter is that there really isn't much to tell. My father told me the story, and it was really just sort of a folk tale. As much as I believe that it could possibly happen when I was a child, at this age, over 396, it's a bit far-fetched even for me to believe such a thing. So, I suppose with you standing in front of me, it's something that I don't really have much choice in believing. Um, I will say this, she says. You must pay attention to the decisions that you make in the past, or else, and then all of you are immediately transported back to where you were in the past.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
Samurai Jack.
God damn it. So, all
Oh,
right.
now I kind of want to watch that.
God damn it.
Samurai Jack. Oh, fuck.
Ah, fuck.
Remember, she said before the time runs out.
Yeah.
I need to pee for a second.
Hey, if y'all can't calm down, I'm going to string you up by the fan and then turn it on high.
It sounds fun.
Test me, see if I won't. No, why do you enjoy that? Go away, you're weird. So, yeah, she's gone. You guys are now in the clearing that you were once in. I believe. Isn't that right where you guys were last?
Clearing of what?
Sounds right.
What is
Bruh,
it?
I don't even fucking know.
We have all of our stuff.
You still have all of your stuff.
Okay, I think that's where we were. Because
You guys had just found Garrett's gun, I believe. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right outside of
Oh
the fortune
yeah,
tellers.
yeah, but we found the guy dead right there, right?
You did find the guy dead right there.
Is he no longer there?
His body is no longer there.
And this is after we've met with the fortune teller as well.
This is after you've met with the fortune teller. That is very true.
Hmm.
Do we see Omega?
Uh, Omega is there, and
Omega.
his he's he's there with you the whole time, and he kind of looks back at the vial and he says, "Okay, well, I don't really think that this does anything." Talking about the drink that he had just taken with you guys.
Uh, oh,
Wait.
Omega, how long have you been here?
How long have I been where?
Standing right here. Did we disappear any, or any of us move? Anything look different?
He kind of looks at you like you're a little nuts and goes, "Uh, we've been here the whole time. Is that what you mean?"
No. Okay, so uh we got to figure out the duration of this liquid. That's for sure. And if anyone else wants to help, I'll start giving him the rundown of how we saw him drink that. He disappeared. Eventually, we all drank it, went to a different timeline, went through the whole thing again, and then came back seemingly right before he drank it and disappeared in front of our eyes.
Ah, fuck, I've been muted. Sorry, I was talking, but apparently none of that went through.
All right, what's up?
It's no longer relevant.
Uh, he says, so you're saying that I didn't exist anymore?
No, we're saying that you drank that liquid and you were transported to a different time. So
I never went anywhere. This might as well be water as far as I'm concerned.
that's what happened
Okay.
previously. We all drank it, went to a alternate area where we all met originally, back where Zento was sitting in a grove. We came out, things were different than we initially went in, and it was about 1,000 years into the future, and now here we are back here at a time before you disappeared after drinking that. With
Hey,
timey wimey, wibbly wobbly.
he says, give me a moment, and he pulls out a deck of tarot cards and he shuffles them up and he lays them out on the ground, and he looks at them for a moment, and he just kind of sits and uh, I'm not entirely sure of how this could be. He says, um, he says the first card here is the Hierophant. It seems as though you met some kind of, or we will meet some kind of royalty of some kind. I suppose they do mean we're meeting King Whitestone in Ironhaven. And then he flips over another card. It says it's got a picture of this angel with like a horn and like a bunch of people like worshiping it. And on the bottom it says judgment. And he says it seems as though we will be judged for the actions that we partake upon. And then he says, finally, the card that I am most afraid to turn. And he flips it over, and it's this creature. It's not a demon, it's not an angel. It's almost blurred. You can't really see what the face is. Like the paint is smeared on the card. And it's holding a sword, and it's holding a scale in the other hand, and it says justice at the bottom. It says it seems as though we've met an interesting path. Are we to continue forward and meet King Whitestone in Ironhaven, or will you be drinking your silly, funny potions again? And he kind of laughs at them, thinking that you're all full of shit.
Go
Yeah,
ahead and drink it again.
I don't think I want to be drinking that anytime soon until we start to figure out some things.
Hey, can we go find that shopkeep?
If you really want to go all the way back and do that,
No, I was just wondering if
Hell no.
if anyone else thought about him.
pick those up, please.
Aren't we talking to him?
I'm just gonna assume he's
You're
back
talking
in
to
alive.
Omega 13. He's the Warforged wizard.
Oh.
But he has no recollection of anything whenever he drank it.
Yeah, nothing happened to him. Ugh.
I'm just
So-
glad it doesn't mean like he never happened.
No, it could also be that whenever
Perhaps-
he left and we left and hopped timelines and came back, we came back to another alternate timeline where he still never left after drinking it because for some reason it didn't
Perhaps.
affect him.
Yeah, could be.
We could be again out of character.
We're fucking around with shit.
No, we could
And
be when an alternate version of us leaves. Every time we jump, we take their place.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Like, what we're doing over there just makes it to where everything is different whenever we come back. So we're like jumping around between timelines, but we wind up in a different time, like not timeline, but a different reality than what we left, is what you're saying?
If I drink enough potion, can I go to the Velt?
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every time, if we drink the potion, we go to an alternate timeline, alternate reality. But whenever we go, we're replacing ourselves in there, and another version of us is replacing us in a different timeline.
Yes. That would explain it why every time we do all of this shit, we show up and like
Things are
we
different.
have
People know who we
yeah.
are. No recollection of anything that they say.
exactly.
Perhaps intention could have something to do with it as well.
Well, we were already on our way to Iron Haven. I say that we take this trip again, differently.
Truly,
Okay.
that is a good decision. We should continue on our mission. This is the only direction that we have that will help us in any way.
Just to make sure, I didn't get anything. For those who did, pet check. You have everything?
Everyone has their pets with them. Even Caleb. Caleb, roll me an animal handling.
Oh god.
It's gonna be like
Wait,
Team Rocket,
Omega-
where
Omega
the
13.
fucking
I don't want to
Cracker
make
Bill
somebody else
already
roll it,
always
but
eats
at
his
the
face.
same time, knowing my
Dude,
luck,
that's
I would
gonna
do
be
it.
so great if you turn into Team Rocket.
Look,
Where
Caleb got
every
I want it to
time
be
you
like-
try to use your pet, it
Oh
just
my
fucks
god!
you
Yeah,
up
just mauls him.
instead.
I
Yes.
just rolled the same thing I did earlier.
Caleb, get another set of dice for Christ's sake. What is
Caleb
wrong
is
with you?
Doing it on
basically-
D&D Online. D&D Online is
Don't
fucking
use their
good.
dice. Don't use those.
Caleb is
They suck.
basically when Ash's Charizard, max like full evolution.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
kept acting up.
Just kept fucking him up the whole fucking time.
What did you roll?
A 5. Me and the bear have not changed in relationship any.
The bear. Hang on. I got an idea.
What level is this bear, by the way? If he hits me, I'm fucking him up if he's low level.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. He's a dire bear.
No one's gonna help you.
Yeah. He
I'm just gonna laugh at you.
after you guys
I will
appear,
try to help you.
it gets kind of spooked, and being that you were the last person to try to fuck with it, it just pops you again.
So
The bear
this
hits
bear
him?
slaps a giant.
Yeah.
It pimp slaps you.
It's a dire
again.
bear, though, dude. It's not a little bear.
How big are dire bears? Because I'm a Goliath.
So
Bigger than you.
a bear A bear is considered a large-sized creature, which is roughly the same as a Goliath. Like, I think Goliaths are actually considered
Yeah,
large. Are they
I think
considered large, or are they still considered
no. They're
medium?
medium, but they're considered large for like grappling
Yeah,
checks.
you're at the very
You're a big
tippy
ass
tippy
dude.
top
Yeah.
of medium. Bears are considered large creatures. A
Oh.
dire bear is considered a huge creature, which is a
Oh.
size category above that.
So bigger than a horse.
So whenever this thing pimp slaps you, it really does pimp slap you.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
I
is like
was I
Appa
was
from
thinking like
Avatar
normal
slapping the
bear, but
fuck
a
out of
little
you.
bigger.
No, a regular bear is large sized. A fucking dire bear, unless I'm misremembering, is huge. I would have to look that up though.
So we're
But
talking a car-sized bear.
yeah,
No, SUV.
What the
yeah,
fuck ever.
that just
Like Patrick's old Ford Escape.
Some bears
that
are already the size of
decides to
SUVs.
throw hands with you.
Yeah, it's not even trying to
Pause.
fight you. It just like
Throw
pops the
pause.
shit out of you.
Yeah, it's keeping its pimp hand strong is what is happening.
Holy shit.
So let me get this straight. We all say, okay, take a swig. Omega 13 downs it, then looks up, and now we're all back, and there's a giant fucking bear with us.
Yeah,
The giant
except that
fucking bear
Omega
slaps the shit.
13 remembers this bear being there before. If I am interpreting our interactions correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
That's why I asked him if anything looked different.
Is that how it went, Patches?
Pretty much.
Okay, so he remembers the dire bear behind you.
Yeah, everything could be purple, and he'd be like, "Yep, looks about right."
Yep. Yep. Nope. Totally not tripping on shrooms.
Okay, I'm renaming the bear to Slaps.
Slaps.
Slaps the bear.
You just need to name that bear Pimp Hand. Because that's going to be the story of our campaign.
A bear named Slickback.
A bear.
Let's see
named
what would happen if I
Slickback.
would have rolled
Say
another.
the whole thing.
Okay, I would have rolled a 19 if I rolled it one more time. The D&D online is fucking me. On
It
purpose.
is.
Don't
It
use
is.
their dice. They suck.
It's a it's a fucking conspiracy against you in particular.
I'm looking up D&D dice roller.
All right. Let's go.
All right, so we are off to Ironhaven. So, it's a pretty easy road. You don't really have to do very much. And there's a few stops along the way if you want to. There's a few small towns. Nothing too tough. Um, so if you want, there's a couple of cities. I mean, a couple of towns, but nothing too big. So like, it's your call if you want to stop in and see what they have, or see if there's anything in any of the cities that's going on. But I mean, any of the towns that it's going on. But it's up to y'all.
No, I think we probably need to continue moving forward.
Good idea.
Mhm.
All right, so as you come upon the gates to Iron Haven,
I will ask Grizz if he needs any more healing potions.
No, I'm good. Like I said, like if you heal everyone, who's going to heal you?
I will heal me as well.
Euros.
If you're
Never
not,
me.
if
Never
you
me,
heal
John.
everyone and you're not able to heal yourself, is what I'm saying.
That doesn't happen.
You don't look precautions, okay? It's just precautions. You can never be
You
too
see,
prepared.
if you are ever on a a thing that it will eventually be called the intranets, and you are jerking your willy to a thing that is not your favorite lady that you put a ring on your finger and hers, then it doesn't matter anymore.
What is going on here?
Look, it's there. What
What's
it
happening?
like? We don't know when we might get separated and not see you again. We don't know if anything's going to happen, and
So
something.
you're
We
anticipating taking another healer's healing, is
no,
what
we're
you're saying.
anticipating separation or extreme circumstances.
I see. You would like another healer, is what you're trying to tell me.
No, no, I am a one heal goblin.
One heel goblin.
2 pump chump.
He's not that. He's just not that kind of girl.
He's
I'm
just
not.
not that kind of
I'm really
goblin.
not. I only take cure wounds from those I trust.
Wow.
There's only one
Sounds
cure
smart.
for my
There
wounds.
we go. All right,
Well,
Patches.
good.
Where the fuck we going?
Okay, so you are at you're at the gate to Ironhaven, and it isn't the same as what it was in Alimoth. It's different. There's some things you're a bit unaccustomed to say the least. Where in the future it used to have a giant iron gate and iron walls that towered above you, none of that exists. What does exist is a relatively open city. There's nobody keeping you from walking straight in. There's a little area for you to walk through, sort of like a little gate, but there's not really any guards, and nobody is trying to keep anyone in or out. There doesn't
They
seem to
should,
be there doesn't seem to really be any kind of guard at all.
seems like they should build a wall.
So you can go in if you want, do what you like.
Let's get it, boys.
All right, so
See if we can
okay.
procure a audience with King Whitestone.
King Whitey.
Whitestone.
Hey, D.
I couldn't
What's his
remember
name?
his name.
From
I
Eight
keep
Crazy Nights.
say Whitehaven, but it's Whitestone.
Well, Whitehaven was the name of the castle, and
I was just in a town called White Settlement.
Oh no!
Like, I'm not even
White?
shitting you. It's in Texas.
so
Of course
anyway,
you would be.
the you guys walk into the city. It seems a bit dreary, honestly. It's not as lively or happy as everything else is. It's just kind of there. You notice that there are a handful of other races are walking around and stuff, but for the most part, it's just dwarves. There's mostly just dwarves walking around. No one really pays you any mind as you walk in. They just kind of let you do your own thing. The layout of the city is very similar to how it was in the time of Alimoth. The main keep doesn't look very different than it once did, or that it does in the future, I should say. And there are buildings kind of all over the place. What do you do?
I suppose we move towards the main reception hall. I suppose.
The keep?
Correct.
Okay. So you guys keep walking forward, and as you come up to the very main gate, There are 4 or 5 guards that are standing there. All of them are dwarves, and they're all they all look kind of kind of grouchy, like they've had a rough day. Do you want to say anything to them?
Dear
Hell,
God, if no one else will say a thing.
I excuse me, guards. Is there any stipulations for us entering into the capital and having a word with the king?
Hmm. One of them looks to the other and says, "State your business."
So, just who sent us? Because this has been like the 4th time we've tried to come here, and it's been different people.
This is the
Fucking
second.
King fucking... What the fuck was his name? Shit. God damn it.
Isn't it the guy that Jape smoked a spliff with or something?
King Revenir sent us.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. We are on a journey by request from King Rovenir to meet with the King of Ironhaven.
Hmm. Uh, Over you say. And they look to each other and they kind of give you a once over and say, "All right, follow us." And they kind of walk you in. Nothing to really worry about, nothing to really think much of. They just sort of walk you in. And as you kind of go through the hallways that you had once walked before, where there was red carpet and a bunch of servants and different rooms, there's really none of that. There's some lamps that are uh, uh, candle lit lamps, and every once in a while you'll come across a scribe or something. But for the most part, they're relatively barren. And as soon as you enter the uh, the major hall, the main throne room, um, the 2 guards uh, kind of motion you to come in, and as you walk forward, they shut the doors behind you and continue to walk forward. And in this room, you notice that there are quite a few guards, not servants, not. They're all a bunch of dwarf guards, and they look almost identical, pretty much. You know, they all look like they're ready for battle. They're very focused, very hardy individuals. Um, and as you reach the throne, every one of you give me a dexterity saving throw.
Bullsack.
23, natural 19.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Is this
15.
something?
18.
Is this something I can see?
What do you mean?
I have
He-
advantage
he
on
gets-
dex saving throws against effects
yeah.
I can see.
No, this is from behind you.
Damn. 14.
Yams.
Wow.
I'm rolling it. My fucking shit takes forever to load. Fuck, hang on. Let me get some real fucking dice here.
I got a 5.
Nat 20!
Nice. All right. Anybody who rolled an 18 or higher, um, you have evaded the guards trying to kind of kneecap you from behind.
What?
And those of you who failed, well, you kind of got knocked down onto your knees and are being held with the blades of these axes to your throat. And you see that uh, the king under the mountain, the master under the mountain, under the stone, I mean, is he's just sitting there staring at you. And he looks at all of you, and he waits for those of you who dodge the attack to act. And he says, "Well, Go ahead if you're going to go. I'd like to see a show if I like to say so myself.
Yeah,
What was the saving
Are
throw?
we supposed to be
18
attacking?
is the number
18.
you were looking for.
No, but you can if you want to. He's just kind of taunting you.
my king.
Can I roll investigate?
What are you trying to investigate?
Wait, is he attacking us or no?
No.
He's just sitting there in his chair making jokes about you guys, saying, what are you going to do?"
I'll take out my magical sword called Shattered Swarm. And
As soon as you take it out, the
oh,
axes get a lot closer to everyone else's throat who's on the ground.
hmm.
And he laughs a little bit and goes, "Yeah, I didn't think so." He said, "Go ahead, take their weapons." And the guards of those of you who are on the ground, he starts to they start to kind of dismantle what you're wearing and what you're holding, and taking your stuff.
I don't have time for an action, do I?
Yeah, you can do something. It might turn out bad for the rest of everybody else.
What if it's like it's not an attack?
What is it?
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, it
It's
depends
it's
on
not it's non-threatening. It just saves me.
you passed the check. You're fine. You're not being
Well, I'm
held
just
down
saying
by
if I
attacks.
were to cast a spell that was not harmful, would they still be
Oh yeah, they would still think
pissy?
you were
Yeah,
up to no
right.
good.
I
Casting
was
a
gonna
spell generally requires you to start chanting or waving your hands around, which could be considered hostile.
I was gonna use gaseous form to turn basically into a bunch of clouds or mist and kind of just do that priest shit and just like in WoW when you can fucking turn into that cloud of shit and skip away. That's what I was gonna do.
Ah,
You
well,
you
I mean,
could do that. It would be saving yourself.
yeah.
No, I'm not going to.
I'll kind of like throw my hands up just a little bit and, whoa, my king, look, we're not here under the pretense of anything devious or dangerous. We were requested by King Rovner to come here to check on you to make sure things are okay.
He stands and says, "Do you think I'm a fool? King Rovanair sends his greatest warriors into my hall, and I'm just supposed to sit here? How stupid do you think I am?"
I don't think that at all, my liege. I'm just saying, we aren't
Our
under any employment to King Rovner. We were simply requisitioned amongst a group of numerous different people. We just are the only ones that seem to pass to his liking once we did meet him.
do we have any idea of like where the fuck we ended up in the timeline?
No,
Like,
we do not. We
You
don't
are
know.
in you are in the past.
yeah, but our original timeline is, or
Is the
not
future.
even our original timeline, but like, or whenever we originally got flung into the past, it was, yeah, he just died, and we got shipped over here to check on whether or not he was originally dead.
Right.
And so, yeah, we're sort of okay. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing something.
No. It's confusing.
Okay.
On purpose. On purpose.
Yeah. And what did you just say?
I basically told him that we aren't here under the pretense of anything, malicious or harmful intent. We were gathered by a group of people by King Rovner, and we just are the ones that seem to pass to his liking. That he asked us to come check on the king of Ironhaven.
Yes. He he looks at all of you and says, "And what business do you have here in Ironhaven checking on me?"
We were under the impression that you had been assassinated, and we were supposed to come here to find out how you had been assassinated.
Ha!
Taking everything in me to not be a smartass.
Ha! King Rovenair is here to take the throne. The usurper!
No.
We aren't sure of that. We were literally told to come here to see if you were still alive or not, which clearly very much you are breathing and standing before us. So that was taken care of and done. So we know that you are physically abled and still of this realm.
Has
But
there been an attack on you recently that might have caused this confusion?
He kind of glares at you all and says, "Do you really think that I would tell you if there was an attack on my land? All of you are here for something, and I'm going to find out what it is. Guards, throw them in the pit."
it's not a barbecue pit, is it?
You're goddamn right. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. And he takes those of you that he can, and he fucking starts. All the guards start guiding you slowly over to this place on the wall.
Well, I will do my best to resist. I'm not sure what I need to roll to.
You could do a grapple check, but I mean they have axes at your neck.
I mean,
What's happening with my bear?
Your bear does not give a shit, dude. Your bear does not like you.
No, I'm talking about, is he attacking my bear as well? Or
Your bear is. I mean, it's there. But that's about all you got. He would probably be pushing. The
corner.
guards are probably pushing him toward the opening as well.
Scratching its nuts. You ever played Pokemon?
I don't know what to do.
Well,
Hold up. I know what we can do. I have a potion that brings us back to wherever.
I don't know that
That
will work.
reverses something.
There's certainly something.
Could
we
I
can-
possibly use it, Patrick, to sneak back and kind of where we what's it called? Surround the king before he catches us?
You can try. Is that really what you want to waste it on?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I'm at his mercy. I don't know what else to do.
Master under the stone, what do we need to do to prove to you of our peaceful intent?
he sits for a minute and kind of leans back. After you called him master under the stone, he just kind of he's starting to rethink. Maybe you're not who he thinks you are. Just because that term, at this point in history, is not really frequently used outside of the city, so people don't really know to call him that. And that was why King Rovenair didn't even call him that. He called him King Whitestone, or whatever the fuck his name is. I think it's King Whitestone. That's what he kept calling him.
King Whitestone is what he was told to us. Yes.
Right. So, Master Under the Stone is a whole different level of respect that only the dwarves of this city know at this stage and at this point in time. So he stops what he's doing and he kind of like, he sort of like waves his hand down a little bit at his guards and says, "Perhaps I was a bit quick with my words. And he rethinks for a minute. He kind of walks around and he's instead of the pit, perhaps you'll give them a single room, and whenever I see fit, we can talk. And he kind of waves his hand off for you guys to be brought out to this room instead. And he brings you guys out to a room, and you guys are all kind of left to your own devices. It's really, really high, so you can't like just parallel down or parallel or what do you call that?
Rappel.
Rappel. Thank you.
Rappel, yeah.
You can't parallel down.
You can't parallel down. Yeah.
You can perpendicular down, but not parallel down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I parallel
Hey,
park
you little quadratic
perpendicularly.
It's always the case that you can't parallel down, but you can definitely perpendicular down.
Yeah. So, and you guys are left in this room. And you will find out what happens next time on D&D.
Oh shit, I didn't realize how late it got.